Test, test. Is it coming through? Okay. Next, we have case 14725 through 14825, Belmore, Mark Siegel. Variances, lot area occupied, average front yard setback, maintain additions, and porch converted to living space, all attached to dwelling. Variances, lot area occupied, side yard, maintain detached garage with non-permitted storage, also known as 15 Jefferson Avenue. Please take a seat, state your name and address for the record.
Okay. Before you begin, have you been in the house?
I was there when we first signed on for the property in 2022.
2023? No.
No,
What?
he became a client in 2022.
He became a client in 2022, and that's when you were there last.
Yes. But nothing has changed since then. It's all existing. We're not proposing anything.
Okay.
I'm sorry, did you you made your appearance?
No,
Oh.
not yet. He said before I started.
I recognized you, though.
I would hope so.
What was that? I missed that.
I said I recognize her.
Oh, okay,
Name and address, please.
for the record.
Good morning. My name is Ashley Lowe Chianese, Chianese, from Mark Anthony Architects. Our office is located at 1563 Belmore Avenue in Belmore, New York. I am here today on behalf of our client, Mr. Mark Siegel, who is the owner and, not the occupant of the subject property located at 15 Jefferson Avenue in North Belmore. We are here today as a result of two maintain applications for an existing garage, existing covered porch conversion to living space, and an existing rear addition. The existing lot coverage is 31.87%.
For everything?
Yes, for everything.
30, say it again.
31.87%,
Okay.
where 27.5% is allowed in a Residence B zone, for which we are requesting relief of 4.37%. For the detached garage, the existing side yard setback is 0.5 feet, where 2 feet is required, for which we are requesting relief of 1.5 feet.
Oh, 0.5, and that, it's always been detached though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and we need 1.5 feet of relief.
What's
And
that?
the detached
Wait,
garage.
what was that?
I thought you were writing the numbers down, so I was just repeating that we're requesting 1.5 feet of relief.
Sorry, say that
What it,
again.
what it,
You're requesting,
The existing side yard setback is 0.5 feet. where
right?
2 feet is required, so we
Right.
are requesting relief of 1.5 feet.
Oh, you were just doing the math, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just repeating it for you. I thought you were writing it down, sorry.
for my, excuse me, Ashley, for my edification, what is non-permitted storage?
That was my question, I was gonna ask Becky.
And I was going to ask that, too.
Explosives? I mean,
Mr. First,
As far as I was explained, if you have a detached garage, the only permitted usage is for a car. So if a car is not permanently being stored in there, then you need a use variance.
Article 2 of the UDO definition, private garage indicates exposed private motor vehicle.
in other words, if you have a detached garage, that would be identical to an attached one. You can't like put your lawn furniture in there?
Not permitted that storage, it does not define storage, and it says the storage of a private motor vehicle.
And nothing else?
Albeit attached or detached is the same.
The attached garage is part of the house, it's specifically for private detached garage.
Now, is this in the whole time I've been here, I guess I just presumed, as did I assume others, that even if your garage is detached, as long as it's used as a garage, you can put your mower in there too and all that stuff.
Nope.
Is this a new,
If you go directly by what the code says that storage other than a private motor vehicle is not permitted.
and is that a new application or that's the way they've always applied it?
Yeah.
so 99.9%. Okay, let's move on.
So
Go on.
as I was going to say, the detached detached garage is currently being used for storage, which is not permitted according to the definition, which is why we are requesting a use variance.
Ms. Lowe, can I just
So-
ask you what you are planning to store there that was kicked out?
So the property owner that currently owns it, Mr. Siegel, he is planning to put the house on the market. But I would assume that the person who lives there now has, lawn equipment and bikes and typical other things that you would put in a garage.
Oh, okay.
Just not a car is permanently being stored there.
Since that is speculative on your part, I mean, why are we being
How did
asked
this come
to
up?
approve it? It's speculative. The BZO is clear, it says it's not permitted. So what is the exigency that would
What
cause
triggered?
us to grant it?
And in
And
the
what
same,
what triggered it?
yeah, in the same vein, how did this even come up? Like in my time here, I don't even know if I've ever seen this. So I assume it must have come from someone saying something that was planned to be in there, or what?
If you look at the floor plan for the detached garage, the detached garage has a portion of it that is enclosed for storage, and it has a skylight.
Let me just find these plans.
Can you access that garage? If the board were to deny the case, then can you put a car in there? Is there access from the street to the garage?
There is. The driveway leads straight to
Yeah,
it.
the
I have
driveway,
photos.
that's, okay.
Hold on. Miss Lowe, can you see this picture to see if it's one you have? Oh, you have that packet. So it is the second picture in Exhibit 5.
The one with the ladder?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Is that ladder the neighbor's house or the garage? Because it's the same color, it looks like, as,
That ladder is not, it's not the neighbor's house, it's the house that we're here for.
That's the
It's just
house that
side
we're
view.
here for.
Yeah, I have a photo of the garage and how the driveway leads to it if
Yeah,
you'd
'cause
like.
I
You should
know-
have one as well. This is just what I printed.
There's a
in the
garage
same
door on it?
packet?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I think I have
Yeah,
it.
you should have a copy for both, for the.
Shows predominantly the house, but then the garage is back there with a dumpster in front of it.
Yes.
Still don't, I don't see the floor plan. You have an actual set of plans for it?
I
For
do.
the garage?
Yes, I do. So,
Right here, and
also, we didn't request a use.
so you can put,
We didn't request a use.
Can or cannot? Yeah, you can.
but this portion that's supposed to be.
Okay.
All right, so hold on.
I would not.
Let me just approve the garage. Just strike that portion.
Mr. Regano.
Just deny it.
That's not what the BZO states. Well, that's kind of what he wants to approve the garage, but strike it. Ms. Lowe, can I ask you, I see here a non-conforming letter with conditions, I can't, from January of last year. And it has certain conditions on it?
Yes, these two, so I was getting to that, but hold on. Before we move on, I just wanted to go on record and say, so we did not request a use variance for the detached garage, because as I
Can you
said,
pull the mic closer?
we did not request a use variance for the garage, because as I said, we don't know what the next owner is going to put in there. We were just denied for a use, and when we requested a reason for why we were denied for the use, that was when I was given the explanation of, since we're not currently storing a car, and we showed the storage on the plans. And that was when we were made aware of the article that Rebecca mentioned earlier. So,
Yeah, can we get to the non-conforming letter? I just want to
these
know.
two applications were filed as a result of the non-conforming application that was
Okay.
filed first.
So obtain building permit for the porch conversion, yes, that's before us.
Yep,
Rear addition, was that an as of right?
no,
No.
we're here for setback
Pardon me?
issues. I just haven't gotten to them yet.
Wait. I don't have rear addition.
Not for the rear.
Maintain additions.
But for the side, yes, we're here for setbacks.
Okay, so hold on. The porch, the additions, detached garage. What about the fence? Was that an as of right?
Yes, the fence meets all compliant.
The fence we don't have, right?
Nope, it's
Plumbing for the
compliant.
heating, obtain plumbing permit for the sink in the cellar. None of that's before us, right?
No.
Okay. Oh, my God. Go ahead, you guys, I got it.
Can I continue?
Cover?
if you have to. Yes.
I guess that's up to you. Okay, so the average front yard setback is 20.46 feet, and there is an existing setback of 14.6 feet for the front yard, which we are requesting relief of 5.86 feet. The average side yard setback is 6.35 feet, and there is an existing side yard setback of 6.1 feet, for which we are requesting relief of just 0.25 feet. This also affects the average combined side yard setbacks, as the average is 19.07, and the existing aggregate is 16.11, for which we are requesting relief of 2.96 feet. There are no proposed changes that are to be made to this property. It will remain as it currently is. And I would also like to note, as we previously discussed, that this is a non-conforming lot, and that both of these applications were filed as a result of the conditions for the non-conforming application. We also did file an application for the fence, as I mentioned, which is in compliance with zoning codes, and assuming these applications are approved, all of the applications will be closed out at the same time during the inspection process, including the fence and the non-conforming plumbing applications that were requested. That completes our
Good.
presentation.
That concludes your presentation.
It does. Do you have any questions?
Any other questions from the board?
Close the case placed on a decision calendar. When the board renders its decision, you will be notified.
Second, all in favor? All opposed? Never here.
Thank you.
Okay. Over this goes. This is Peconic. These are Peconic.
Next, we have case 42795, Uniondale. Alexis DaCosta and Ava DaCosta Calderera, mother-daughter residence, second kitchen, also known as 524 Clarendon Road.
Yeah, 7 people.
Mr. Chairman, this is being reopened as and there were different occupants at the time of the approval when it came through for the renewal. There was 3 occupants that were originally approved, and now there are 9.
9. Prior conditions. Pardon?
My name is Ava DaCosta. I reside at 524 Clarendon Road, Uniondale, New York, 11553.
I'm Alexis DaCosta. Reside at 524 Clarendon Road, Uniondale, New York, 1153.
How long have you owned the house?
We bought it in 1994, and the first renewal was in 1995.
95. And when the board granted you the mother-daughter use in 95, how many bedrooms did you have?
We have 4,
Did you, in 95, 4?
yes.
Okay. Have you increased the number of bedrooms since 1995?
I took my living room and turned it into a bedroom for my mom because she, can't climb stairs.
Okay.
And so she's downstairs with me.
I think
and
I saw
my
you
si-
come in from the parking lot.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And
So-
that's my family in the back there.
So there's no interior changes other than you converted your,
Living room to a bedroom for my mom to occupy.
You didn't move any walls?
Huh?
You did not move any walls or do
No,
any
no, no.
construction in connection with
No,
that, correct?
no.
and we have, who's living there now? This was
The family, my mother.
Alexis,
My sisters, my
Cortina.
niece, my
Okay, a
nephew.
sister, a niece, a nephew, a niece and a nephew,
Right, they're in school right now.
a mother, a sister, and an owner. Owner.
I'm the
Ava.
Ava. The only people who are not here are my niece and nephew who are in school.
Okay. That's fine. So what flagged this was the increase in occupancy.
The kids.
Yeah, but
I wonder, did you file new paperwork because you were coming up for a renewal, and that's how?
Well, the thing is, it always renewed. So when it came on, the inspector came out, and then he, looked around the house, and he went outside, and he saw the shed and the fence, and he says, we don't have it on record that you apply for a permit for the fence and the shed, so you have to do that. So we proceeded to do that and put in all those permits, and until those were approved, we couldn't get the renewal for the kitchen. So we did that, we got the renewal for the kitchen, we got the renewal for the fence, and we had a overhang shed at the back, and we took it down because it was not needed. And then the pandemic hit, and everything went to a standstill.
So the way that you were able to notify the board that some additional family members were going to live there came about because of that work and the fact that you had to renew it anyway? So
Yes.
you just brought all the documents to update us?
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
thank you.
Agree.
All right. How many cars do you have?
So
Two.
this is basically a renewal,
Yes.
a modification
It's,
renewal.
no, it's done.
All right, that concludes your case.
I agree.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions from the board? If not, do I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I would move that the hearing be closed, that the matter be placed on the decision calendar. Each one of you who have signed in will receive a copy of the board's decision by mail once it's rendered.
Thank you.
Have a nice day,
All
folks.
in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Next, we have case 7625, Elmont Alex A. Manassi and Serena Jalal. Variances, lot area occupied, front yard average setback, construct one-story addition, second-story addition, roofed over open porch, and install 2 AC units, all attached to dwelling, also known as 642 Lenore Lane.
John Tufel, professional engineer, 707 Route 110, Warrendale, New York.
Alex Mahace, owner of property 642 Lenore Lane, Elmont, New York 11003.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. As you know, I'm John Tufel. I'm here representing Mahays, actually it was misspelled on the calendar. It should be M-A-H-A-S-E, not M-A-N-H-A-S-E, but this is him. And his house is 642 Lenore Lane in Elmont. And he's seeking variances for a lot area occupied and front yard average setback for a small 41 square foot front foyer, one-story addition, a second-story addition which is entirely over the existing first floor of the house, and for which there is a building permit, and a rear roof over the open porch, and 2 AC units attached to the existing dwelling. As I mentioned, there are building permits, number 23-2308 for the second story and the small first story, and permit number 23-2806 for the finished basement. He's had inspections for the second story, the finished basement, the 1 story in front, and those passed. The inspector had said everything was fine. The only thing is that rear roof over that back patio is what's really causing the concern today. Yes, sure, sorry. So the zone is Residence B, where a 27.5% lot coverage is permitted. We are requesting 36%. Approximately 11% of this 36% is due to the roof over the open rear porch. Sure.
11% is?
Well, the requirement is 27.5%.
I know that.
We're seeking 36%.
Yeah, I got that. What percentage did you say is the roof?
11% is of the open roof, so most of the variance is the open roof.
Okay, and would your client accept a condition, if we were inclined to grant this, that that never be enclosed in the future?
Correct.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we would never impose that. And regarding the front, we're asking for a front yard setback of 20.9 feet to this small 41 square foot front foyer, 1-story addition, where 27.4 feet is required. I just wanted to note the existing house itself is only set back 25.2 feet, so that doesn't even meet the 27.4. And the design that's on the plans, just wanted to note that it maximizes the front yard setback by stopping this small front addition 3 feet before the front end of the front stoop. You see that on the site plan, so just, again, we're trying to make the as small as possible for that front yard. Mr. Mahays and his wife, Karina Jalal, have lived in the home since April 2020 with their 2 children, aged 3 and 8. That's another reason for that roof over the back, so if it's raining or something, the kids can play, right outside, right next to the house, where they can keep an eye on them. They really love the area, and respectfully request that this be leave to make the extra living space for their growing family. And that completes our case, and if the board has any questions, we'd love to be interested.
Are there any living quarters in the basement, bedrooms or anything?
No.
Kitchen?
No.
No.
No cooking facilities?
Well, there is a stove there which he's
Yeah.
gonna remove. He didn't realize that he
It's
put a new
not
stove.
used, so the architect said if you don't use it, just remove it. It's better to, do what the town wants. We took it out.
And I believe the plan shows that it's gonna be,
To be removed?
Yeah.
yeah, he just loved the house and was going, wanted to improve it.
And then you told him he had to get rid of it?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I showed it on the plans.
It's
Just
not
to-
like it's your fault.
Most people hide it, but I showed on the plans that, I'm
Understood.
taking it out, yeah.
It's dangerous to have cooking facilities and, bedrooms in the basement without any means of emergency exits.
Of course.
But I see you do have a exterior stairs to the basement.
Correct.
Yes, it's,
I have a question. The basement where the stove is, has there ever been an apartment down there?
No. Never.
So you're gonna put down, you're not gonna make a bedroom or?
Never. There's not even space for that. No. I have a giant pool table down there.
On the right side of the house,
I can't afford an Audi.
what does it say, 4.9% that's to the side yard?
I'd like to get solar panels.
Sorry.
yeah, I saw that, that's what's on there.
Roof
It's
is
got,
probably 5 years old.
well, the addition of the roof in the back, we didn't have the full 5 feet, but the existing house
I was just trying, it's hard for me to see it because it's actually small. No, I was just trying to, because I have a picture of, like, I put it on Google Earth and I try to see what it looks like. My mother actually lives like on the other side of Dutch Broadway and Valley Stream by Howell Road School over there. So I know the area because a lot of my friends used to live there when they were growing up.
It's a
It's a
beautiful
nice area.
Yeah.
I was just curious as to the side yard and whatever. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions from the board?
No, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I would just move that the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar. Mr. Tufel, you and your client will both receive a copy of the board's decision by mail once it's rendered.
Second? All in favor?
Aye. Have a nice day.
Opposed?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That concludes the morning calendar. We will take a break of 5-minute break, and then we'll come back and do decisions. do some decisions.
How's Christian?
Going away. He's got to go away. He's going to Arizona. Sending him to
I know
Arizona.
that place. That's where Alphonse sent his older son.
Okay.
going?
He's going next Thursday.
All right, let's talk.
All right, okay. All right, let's go. Case 139 of 2025, East Meadow Apple West Company, Inc., Creative Food Corp. That was a renewal of a grant. Do I have any questions from the board? If not, do I have a motion?
I make a motion, case number 139 to 25, East Meadow, Apple West Company, Creative Food, renewal of grant to main sign, one double-face sign illuminated, be granted as requested, 5 years. Same
Second.
conditions.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And opposed? Case 140 of 2025, Belmore, Susan Napier, Catanzaro, renewal of a grant to maintain a two-family dwelling with garage, property at 1824 Belmore Avenue. Do I have any questions from the board? If not, do I have a motion?
I have a motion on case 140, 25 Belmore, Susan Napier, Canzanero, renewal of grant to maintain two-family dwelling with garage, 1824 Belmore Avenue in Belmore, with conditions.
5 years?
5 years.
Same condition. All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Case 141 of 2025, Roosevelt, Iglesia Pentecostiste de Pêcheurs Doms.
Whatever you say.
It's domes. In French, it's domes. All right, do I have any questions from the board? This is also a renewal. Do I have any questions? If not, do I have a motion?
I move case 141 of 25 in Roosevelt, located at 47 East Fulton Avenue, be approved as requested, temp with sign conditions.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Cases 142 and 143 of 25. Levittown, Michael Seelock. That case has been, there's a condition that the porch remain open and not be enclosed. Other than that, do I have any other discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
I would move, Mr. Chairman, that cases 142 and 143 be approved as requested with the condition that there be no enclosure in the future of the open porch.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Case 144 of 2025, Elmont, Yadgeshwar Ram and Jaiwati Harnarain, mother-daughter residence, property address is 26 Barber Street in Elmont.
I have a big mouth.
Any conditions? Any questions? If not, do I have a motion?
I move that case 144, 2025, mother-daughter resident, 26 Barbara Street, be granted with the normal mother-daughter conditions.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Case 145 of 2025, Elmont, Priscilla Gordon, mother-daughter resident, second kitchen, property address 1509 Surprise Street. Any comments from the board? If not, do I have a motion?
No, we're going to adjourn it, we adjourn
Was
that.
adjourned.
Oh, that was adjourned to April 23rd at 2 p.m.
Yes.
Oh, that's the one. Next case, 146 of 2025, Seaford, Kerry Rutt.
Right.
Lot area occupied, side yard, rear yard, construct the pavilion. Another case where the pavilion is to be, not to be enclosed. This is at 2529 Peconic Avenue. Any questions from the board? If not, do I have a motion?
I have, oh, sorry.
I move case 146 of 2025, location of property 2529 Peconic Avenue in Seaford, be granted as requested with one condition, that the pavilion never be enclosed.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Yeah, well, that was a privacy fence.
Mark Siegel.
Cases 147 and 148 of 2025. Belmore, Mark Siegel. Property address 15 Jefferson Avenue. Do I have any questions or comments from the board? If not, do I have a motion?
My opinion, before we can make a motion, was that the garage should be denied as a use variance. It can be used as a garage, and it should be used as a garage, my opinion.
But it wasn't rejected as a use. was it?
Isn't that the one?
I thought,
It was not denied as a use.
correct, like the issue wasn't addressed. But I thought,
But it is a use.
is it possible to is it possible to say, we will allow the garage variances of lot area occupied side yard and allow them to maintain the garage, but we will not grant the non-permitted storage?
So you can grant that in part and deny it in part.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. Would that make sense, Joe?
Because then you're essentially denying the use, but you're permitting the structure,
Right.
Yeah.
but,
Where's the, I thought, didn't she say that she was applying for a use?
No, what happened was
Well-
Becky said
it should be
that that if you want to use it other than as prescribed,
Yes.
it would require a use variance.
Right.
But if we're denying the part that.
The
that-
non-permitted
If we're granting
storage.
the area variances, but denying the use of non-permitted storage, then we could just grant them the structure, deny them the right to have non-permitted storage in there. and
That's
then it won't-
denying the use.
Then it wouldn't be a use. Right, but we don't have a use before us. There's not a
But-
use to deny.
but If Becky's notations to, or advice to us was recorded by our stenographer, and it was on live
Right, but if we
stream,
don't, so use isn't before us, and we're not gonna grant one. So what's before us are some area variances with this caveat, non-permitted storage. If we deny the non-permitted storage part of that request, then we are not granting the right to do that, which would, as according to Becky, be a use. So we can grant them the area variances so they can have the structure.
Okay.
And deny the right, without having to label it a use, we can just deny that.
And she said on the way out that there's an issue with the storage, that they were pulled out of it. Like, if you look at the back of the garage, it's like a walled-off area.
yeah.
Yeah, we,
They'll pull out.
And then if you take that section out, in theory, you'd be able to fit a car in there.
well, I think you can already fit a car back
Yeah,
in.
yeah, it was big enough.
Smart car.
You
Large
won't
enough.
need it?
That's what I said.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, as it relates to cases 147 and 148 in Belmore, as you previously described them, affecting the property at 15 Jefferson Avenue, I move that we grant 147 in whole, and that we grant 148 in part, in that we grant the area variances associated with the request to maintain the detached garage, but we deny the portion of that request that includes with non-permitted storage.
Second,
Second,
all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, next case, 427 of 427 of 1995. This is essentially a renewal, but now it's being reopened because there are 9 occupants as opposed to 3. It's a mother-daughter residence. Do I have any comments from the board? If not, do I have a motion?
One thing I will say, I don't think you were in the courtroom. She testified that the way this came up was actually because they did the right thing. Like, they were gonna come to renew it after COVID, and they informed the board.
Does that have to be part of the decision? I don't think so.
No, I was just
Okay.
explaining,
Okay.
it's a comment for
Okay.
your request.
Okay, great. Do we have any other questions from the board? If not, can I have a motion,
So
please?
I make a motion, file number 427 and 95, Uniondale, Alexa DeCosta and Ava DeCosta, Calderon, mother-daughter residence, be granted with subject to verification.
And subject to mother-daughter conditions.
Subject to mother-daughter conditions. Thank you,
Renewal.
Chairman.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Case 76 of 2025, Elmont, Alex Manhassi and Serena Jalal. Property address is 642 Lenore Lane. Do I have any comments from the board? If not, can I please have a motion?
I have a motion for 7625 Elmont, variances, lot area occupied, front yard, average setback, construct one-story addition, second-story addition, with conditions that the roof over porch is open.
Never be
Never be
in the
enclosed.
future. Good job, John.
Any, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions?
We'll also administratively amend the caption to spell it correctly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get rid of that.
And
amend the caption.
Where?
There was just one, it was a spelling error.
You have to take out
Where?
the A.
It'd be RSA, it's not Manhasset.
It's Mahas.
Yes.
Mahase. Okay.
Right.
Anything on the, reserve? Okay.
Okay, so, for case 620 of 24, we will reach out to the applicants. I'll do it actually during break.
Okay.
The next one, so case 712, well, cases 712 through
13,
714
14.
and 24. The applicant has filed the non-conforming, but I did see a kind of strange comment in the portal from the plans examiner, and I wanted clarification as to what he meant. Unfortunately, he's on vacation.
Okay, so we'll hold it.
Okay, so then 729, we have, it's going,
This is CC to contact attorney.
I did, and he led me to the comment that basically the plans examiner wrote a comment. Remember, we were asking the applicant to file for the non-conforming so it wouldn't trigger any additional variances? His comment was something that if the board grants the case, that's gonna automatically be granted. So I thought we wanted them to grant that first.
Right.
So that's why I
Yeah,
want
because-
clarification.
Yeah, if we granted all this case, there would be no non-conforming need.
Well, we would have to change the caption and it would trigger additional variances, like maintaining on a lesser lot. So that's why we wanted, I just want to speak to him to get clarification. from him.
Yeah,
And we're going to
okay.
hold it till he gets back.
Okay, so I actually have the next case I have an update on is going to be cases 738 through 739, Levittown, Don Eppel. Okay, so, this is the one, Mr. Pellegrini, you went out and you inspected and you saw that on the eastern side yard, there was, because there were other cases that were going to be renewed, and they're on the state. Exactly. Okay, so you'll remember, you went and you inspected, and you saw that there was a shed there was some type of structure attached to the house that was potentially an encroachment in the side yard?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that little thing.
The applicant, they amended their plans to include the side yard encroachments, which has been re-reviewed by the plans examiner. So according to their plans, the shed is going to be removed upon approval of this application, the one in front of us. And
Let's make a deal.
this structure that's also in the side, it's an oil tank enclosure, which the plans examiner, it's Becky, she reviewed it, and that is permitted, there's no issue. In reviewing this plan, it does not trigger any additional variances.
So the case boils down to the fence.
That's what she said, that is,
That's what she said, is she's not ready.
Wait, the case boils down to the fence then?
nope, this is still in front of us.
I'll do that if you do
Because it's
this.
the side,
Wait, I thought you said they agreed to remove it.
they agreed to remove this, which
The
is
shed.
shed attached to the house.
Oh, that's not the
This is what's in
shed.
front of us, correct. But Mr. Pellegrini saw that the plot plan was not accurate based on his
Ah,
inspection. Yep. Oh,
So we got,
by the way, that's fine, but just so you know, by the way, the side yard, it appears to be a 5.69, oh, she said it doesn't go to applicant. I apologize. So it doesn't trigger any side yards because that doesn't go to the applicant. The oil tank is a permitted encroachment for purposes of applicant.
Is the side yard still being blocked? You know,
This is the property line.
based upon all the fires in this past week that have ignited neighboring homes,
I didn't know that. I was asleep at the wheel, I guess.
what's that? Yeah, that
Really?
Yeah.
demo.
I think somebody passed away in it,
all right, come on, let's move on. Forget about the Island Park fire.
Fencing forward of the house is temporary.
Yes.
I move that all fencing forward of the house is temporary. That's Apple, I'm sorry, 738, 739. And the rest of the case be
Granted as requested?
Granted as requested.
Okay, so
Can we just check how far that fencing goes? 'Cause
Granted.
Here's the one thing, look, here's the only reason I'm asking, because Christina, this hatchy thing, you know, I don't know if it stops at the last dot or it goes all the way to the front, to the street. See,
don't-
see the hatchy thing is there? This one, it stopped. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think they stop, I think this is just the property line, because it's not the solid, right here in the property line, you don't see, you see that? You don't see the line going through it, so I think the fence stops,
Hatchy.
That one side looks like it goes all the way.
Doesn't go the whole way.
it stops.
Wait, which house
Yeah,
is it?
this one. It
And
stops
then
here.
that's the neighbor's.
That's the
fence or-
neighbor's driveway. Yeah, this would be the neighbor's driveway, I guess.
So, where's the other? Oh, crap, I hate that thing. Can we just move it over? Oh,
So
and the
they,
other
they
one
stop, they both stop over here. They don't go
different
to the
though.
front.
This one stops shorter
Yeah,
than the other.
that's
but
about a foot
how it
further.
shows.
Okay, so,
You got it.
738 is granted as requested, 739 is granted temporary with conditions.
Yes.
Do we have a second?
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Cases 742 through 743, they're still working on.
What do they,
Okay, the next case I have an update on.
did they just have to pay the fee on that?
No, apparently there were additional denials, and
Oh.
I sent them an email after the last hearing,
Yeah.
and they're still working on it. Becky would have better information. She's the
Okay.
plans examiner. But they're still working on it. There was other stuff they had to iron out.
Thank you.
So we're skipping,
Yes, I don't have any updates on those guys. Case 102, cases 102 and 103, the inspection did occur, and the inspector confirmed that the chain link fence does have those privacy slats, but again, the plans examiner assigned, he's on, out of the office. I would like confirmation from him that he's okay with that, to make sure it's not a safety hazard, to make sure that fence is not climbable, which it doesn't appear to be, but I
Yep.
say let's hear it from them.
I agree.
Becky is looking into the next case, cases 206 to 209, 24. New plans were uploaded, she's reviewing them. Okay, cases 111 and 112, I did email all the board members copies of those draft decisions. I don't know if everyone had a chance to look at it. If not, I can print them out.
I did. That's
I wouldn't
fine.
mind reading it. I liked it too.
If Mark liked it, I liked it. Hey, that's what I'm here for.
We need a motion to adopt the draft.
Any motion?
I'll make it.
Case number 111 of 25 and 112 of 25, Elmont, Quasar Choudry, Choudri. There's a draft decision. I make a motion that we confirm it, we adopt it.
I second it.
Height? Second.
Got it? All in favor?
Sorry, John, I didn't hear.
Okay, so with that one, that was the one that was on a hill. It had like a 4-foot retaining wall in front of it. They actually removed.
case number?
For a rehearing. It should be, it's a couple of cases. Let me see.
You know what, we should wait for John.
Yeah, okay, but that's,
Nine months? What, 9 months to an extension, you mean? Oh, okay, I can't hear. I make a motion on Chase Bank. What's the file? What's the? Cases 654 to 656 of 24, we granted a 9-month extension.
I second it.
sir, while you were gone, we have a rehearing request. You'll remember the case that came before us for the natatorium?
Swimming pool thing.
Yes. I look
Yeah,
forward to
right.
That's right.
Natatorium.
And she had
Okay.
a cottage that was,
Yes.
had tenants in it.
Right.
We dismissed the whole thing without prejudice. Now Katsubas writes us something saying that all that's been resolved, the tenants are gone, blah, 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 all the plumbing out, or the kitchen's out, and he wants a rehearing to come before us just for the natatorium. But we didn't want to do it without your.
Yes,
Okay.
there was the natatorium, and I believe it was
I mean, I think
fencing.
it's worth rehearing, because it's not a second bite of the apple, because it's not like, oh, I didn't do a good job, I want to bring in more shit. It's basically the significant change in the circumstances would, I think, warrant a new look.
Okay.
So it's the natatorium and fencing around it.
But it's not for the cottage.
No, the cottage is not in front of us.
They fixed up the violating thing.
They closed out all of the the outstanding issues that they had according to this letter.
Okay.
You want me to make a motion?
Make a motion.
Mr. Chairman, with regard to cases 640 through 642, hold on, are we rehearing all of them or not?
Yes,
All of them.
yes.
Well, I didn't know if
It
some of
wasn't
them
in
were the
front of us.
cottage.
No.
With it relates to cases 640 through 642 of 2024 for a property located at 1324 Pembroke Street in Uniondale, that we grant the motion for a rehearing related to the natatorium,
Second.
et
All in
cetera.
favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions?
Yes, correct.
I added et cetera on that.
I don't think we have, I don't have anything else.
Okay.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Want to be on?
No, this is.
I make a motion to close
The morning hearing?
the morning hearing.